Hello, friends and frenemies of Reddit. So fun fact about me is I made my very first Reddit account like 2 weeks ago. I had previously never had an account. I had, of course, used Reddit occasionally as a guest, but never actually frequently used it. I don't know why. It's a great platform, but um, yeah, I'm not a frequent user. I found out about this thread sort of by happen chance. I would have responded earlier, but I figured I'd clear some things up. Firstly, I don't make any money off of any of my platforms. I don't even meet the criteria for YouTube. I do meet the criteria for TikTok, but I've never participated in their challenges or whatever, so I don't make money. Even on my top video, which has been semi viral for years now, it has 3 million views, I've made $0. I've never made a single penny off of TikTok. I've never made a single penny off of any podcast that I've ever been on. I've never made any money outside of a job, with the exception of house sitting and cat sitting occasionally. All of the money that I've made in my life has been associated with a job with a W 2 or with salary. I've also never made any money on this translation. I worked on this translation through a job search. I also worked on this translation while managing a restaurant, working between 50 and 60 hours a week. I managed to find time for this because I love it. One of the top comments on here has a line from one of my earliest iterations. I've been working on this text for over a year, and the bulk of the changes that have happened within my lexicon and my phonetic approach happened within the first 2 or 3 months of me working on this. So the line about the thistle ebbing, that line has since changed. I've found in my translation through direct translation that this work is far less poetic than I originally thought. It's much more practical, it's much more instructional. One of the repeating words that came up at the beginning is a word in Irish, dúil, meaning element or created thing from the earth. And the connotation in most of the text is water. When I originally started, I thought that that word was secondly. And because I originally thought that this work was associated with Christine de Pizan, mainly because I have previous knowledge on Christine de Pizan, so I had a lot of information about her family life, about her work. In fact, in 2017, I had done a series of paintings inspired by her work. So she was in my mind when I was first researching this because she was like the only person that I really, really deeply, intimately knew in my mind from this time period. So these two ideas in my mind made me think that the work was written by women or people in the LGBTQ community that were intending to purposefully encrypt their work somehow. In which case, writers that are women and part of the LGBTQ community may be better equipped to translate the text or find reasons for certain decisions. I did not make a call for translators and writers exclusive to these communities. I just said it might be ideal. And even if I were exclusively asking for those individuals, I could have my reasons, and you just need to grow the fuck up. And yeah, that call to collaborate was just one little line in the video. Um, and I've been working on this for over a year, spent thousands of hours on this, made hundreds of videos on this. And if that's like the one little itty bitty section that you've focused all your energy into, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't. It says a lot more about you than it does me and my inclusivity. In the last 5 months or so, I've moved away from the idea that this is Christine de Pizan, even though I'm not ruling it out. It just seems a little bit more likely that the folks that were writing this were a bit more mobile than Christine de Pizan was. I've been able to map out the cartography map on 85R through direct translation alone. This includes a list of several communes in and around Europe. This was during a time when communication between communes was limited. So a lot of my work is checking out. The white-headed hagfish has made a major appearance unexpectedly. I do a bunch of talks on this on my TikTok, and then I also have an article about it on my Substack. I'll be going on a podcast this weekend with a doctor of bioanthropology. And then I'll also be on a podcast that is produced by the producers of This American Life coming up. Again, not getting paid for any of this, not a single dime. I can show bank receipts. But those two podcasts are coming in the future. If you want to start translating, you're more than welcome to. I have tutorials. I'm not very territorial with this. I have all of my work documented, but I'm not like saving it to release anything and make money off of anything because that's not what I'm about. And if you're looking for like a grifter, take a look at some of the universities out here that are donating to the IDF. What is it called when like a person or an institution charges a lot of money for something, and then they go and they spend that money on nefarious things? Grifting. That's called grifting. Bye. And if you want to follow me, my handle is the same across platforms. It's BLESST, blessed with a T, _BUTT. Bye.